I want to talk a little bit about this homeless crisis in California that's going to happen all over the United States. Sure is. Just a matter of when. But don't worry, it will happen all over the United States. What you're seeing going on in California is a result of greed. It's a result of no care. Only caring about your own selfish self. That's what it's a result of. That and greed. See, the majority of the people that are homeless in this new crisis are people who work, break their ass. What do you think these people in these vehicles are about? They're people that are working person, who can no longer afford, even with a full-time job, even working 12 hours a day, can no longer afford to pay the rent. To a greed monger, to a selfish, self-centered, non-caring parasite who's all about their own selves. Like the rest of you, look out for number one. Yeah, it's about your sick mentality. It's all a game, sport, and arena. One up somebody else. Greed, power, ego. Total corruption. And all three of them are a bad virus that's gone spread wild. And so many people suffer from one or not all symptoms. Greed, power, and ego. Some suffer from one. Maybe they'll be an egomaniac. And through being an egomaniac, they'll do things they would normally never do, and they will do corrupt things and lie to you to cover up for their ego. Okay, then you have the ones that are about power, about greed. More. Ain't got enough buildings. Don't own enough homes. Need more. I could turn money off each one. Do we care how much we charge? No, not at all, man. It's all about my own pocket. Oh, so what? If they can't afford to be there, get them out and get somebody in that can. There you go. Look down on them. After we make them homeless, look down on them. Attack them. Call them names. Mock them. Run them out of your city because you don't want the city looking all polluted with homeless people. Shove them away. Do like they did in Florida. Go in and rip up their tents. Destroy their home. Yep. This is what we do here in America. So if you wonder why we're having a homeless crisis over there, it's because of these items. And these items are an epidemic that's running wild in our country. It affects all states in the United States. And it's only a matter of time before more selfishness causes more homeless in other states. That's right, more greed and selfishness. More I don't care. More all I'm about my own self. And as your mentality spreads, this is what you get. See, these homeless people are the result of scumbags, parasites, and cowards. And why do I say cowards? Because so many people won't stand up for themselves. They won't get mad, they won't stand up and put a stop to the corruption. Nope, you just keep bending over and playing along. And there you are, here's your results. And don't worry, it's going to spread. You can take that one to the bank. You can count on it. How could it not spread? It's only got one direction it can go. And that's to grow and get worse. And grow and get worse. Just like TFL. It only had one direction to go. Could never overcome it because it's all social engineering. Millions and millions of men all over the whole world live in it. Okay? It's no different than anything else. It's not as bad in the pair as you think it is, but it is getting worse. You know? And the foundation of a relationship, or in a world where nobody knows what they're doing. I look around me and I see and I know what's wrong and I know what has to change in order for men and women to ever be able to come back together again. to ever save your society, you would have to be able to bring the genders back together again. As long as the genders are at war with each other, the collapse of your society it's going to happen. Take it to the bank. See, so you're going to see more of everything. The homeless people in California. If you really look into it, you'll find out the majority of the homeless are people that are working. It's not a bunch of people who don't want to work. Yes, you're always going to have a percentage of lowlife scumbags that refuse to do anything and wants everything handed to them and mooches off everybody else. It doesn't matter what state you're in, what city you're in, what town you're in. We always have a percentage. Camera froze up for some reason right there. Anyhow, back to what I was talking about before the freeze up happened. This is inedible. You're not going to stop it. You're going to see it grow from state to state. And it's going to be because of the list of things I've gave you. Because when you look around you, that is the majority of the reason you got so much homeless happening. It's not just from the loss of jobs. It's from discrimination. You know, if somebody's a certain age and somebody else is younger, certain age, you know, you get to be middle-aged, jobs begin to get harder and harder to get, depending on where you're at. And then, of course, so many people looking for work, depending on where you're at. You got the competition there. See, that's only just part of it. That's what I said. Then you got society not keeping up with greed. Minimum wages, where people can't even make a living. They have to be more than one. Then we're all divided on top of it. So now you have trouble living together, working together, making friends, and communicating with each other because you're all divided. On top of it all. And then with your one-up mentality in the job sites, that's another sick statement within itself. But you're only going to see more of this because people ain't going to be able to make it. They're going to be like the homeless people and they're living out of their vehicles. They're living out of their vehicles because the amount of money that they take for them to live, they can't make in their freaking 80-hour, 2 weeks or in a week. Their whole month's pay is gone, every penny they made for working all day long, and they still don't have enough, let alone to buy gas or eat. Because you don't care. Because it's all about greed. So you're taking all the people's money up just to pay for a roof over their head. And then you keep upping the prices to where they can't pay for the roof over their head no more. That's what greed does. That's what no care does. That's exactly what you're looking at. You're looking at no care. The loss of care. The cremation of care. Nobody cares. Just like when I speak up for men. Nobody cares. Got all these people speaking up and defending and sticking up for women. And you can't have nobody standing up for a man. And that's why I'm hated, because I stand up for men. And I don't care if you hate me for standing up for what's right. Because the females wouldn't want to be done the way the guys are being done. Oh no, there'd be a big outcry. This society come to a standstill. But it's all right to do it to a man, just don't do it to a woman. Somehow a man's not a human being. Somehow only a woman's a human being. It's ridiculous. I know it's like a little bit off topic, ain't it? But in reality, it's not, because look at the homeless. You got to fall on your face before you learn to get along. Then you can't figure out how to get off the streets, and some people got so used to being on the streets, they'd rather live on the streets. So a lot of people die on the streets as well. But you know, if you're going to work and be broke all the time because you ain't got nothing left, you can't even eat, let alone keep the roof over your head, then what are you here for? Why are you working? I can understand that mentality. Work as little as possible, live in your vehicle, and keep your money for yourself and have nothing. Don't contribute back to your society who don't give a shit about you. When your society don't care about you, you don't care about your society. Now, actually, that's a pretty damn good idea. Just too bad everybody get that attitude against their own government and their corporations. And just stop working completely and shut all these places down until they take their heads out of the you-know-what. Guaranteed it wouldn't take long to turn things around. Within a week, you'd have changed everything. And there'd be plenty of jobs for all. That's all it would take. Is people standing up in masses all over this country just walking off their jobs. Because when you're already working your butt off freaking 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, every day of the week, and that's not enough to pay for your rent, there's a problem, people. And when nobody cares, because of their selfishness and non-care and greed, there's a problem. See, so what can we do? We either wake up and stand together and stop fighting one another to correct the problem, or we all fall. And you know which way we're going, right? You should by now. You're all headed straight down. You're all going down, everybody, all of you. Because you greed. Nah, you're not going to turn it around. You want your selfishness and your greed. You want your game, sport, and arena. So you're all about to get the game, all right? It's called the game of life, reality. As history replays itself, and you all fall and find out what tyranny really is about, because you're all headed there.